What's up, Dope fam? Back with another video. Today's a big one. We had a massive daily candle for Bitcoin with a 7% green candle as of today. With Ethereum actually doing about a 17% gain, which is massive for our alts, and looking like there is life getting sprouted within the crypto ecosystems. But nonetheless, looking very bullish. I have told you guys, look, we want to see a higher high for this downtrend to actually break. And as you guys can see, we had a series of lower lows and lower highs. And for the first time since January, we've actually printed our first ever higher high. And what we'd like to see now next is a higher low, and then we can make our way from there. So without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages. I'm doing a Bitcoin analysis today, as well as Ethereum analysis, and do expect more base content around just base tokens in general, because once Bitcoin and Ethereum really starts going, I do expect our coins like TOSHI, Alien Base, etc. to really pop. As you can see for TOSHI, TOSHI is actually up 13% today, and it's looking really good charting wise. And I do expect this ranging formation and reaccumulation to actually eventually break out to the upside. And I do expect a 200 mil market cap within the next 2 to 3 weeks or so, depending on Bitcoin's performance. For the first portion of the video, I want to show you guys a Bitcoin analysis and what I'm thinking currently right now. Obviously, I've told you guys already, look, we don't want to be jumping the gun. And reason for that is we want to see a weekly close above 82K. It's pretty much confirmed though. Like, I don't really expect Bitcoin to crash from 93K down to 82K, which will be our rejection point, and most likely go down the trend line that we've been looking at for the weekly RSI. So nonetheless, it's looking very good, but obviously we have to wait for the charts to confirm. I'm fully in the market, so when it comes to you guys, like for transparency, I'm already fully in the market, so I don't really care what happens, because I know that most likely, like 95% chance, this weekly RSI will close green, and I do expect a continuation. Let me just clear this chart for you guys too. So obviously, with printing our first higher high, we want to see a weekly close as well. So obviously next week we'll get that close. But it's looking very, very good. When it comes to resistance points, 92K was actually a major resistance point. And reason being for that is, if I go down to the daily candles, as you can see, we actually rejected off 93K and 92K region twice. So I do expect a bit of turbulence at these ranges. And I guess for next targets, it's definitely around the 95K as the next level to recover. But nonetheless, even if we retrace from here, as long as we hold 82K and do see a higher low, it's looking very good. Next range of support is definitely the 91.9K support level, and then probably the 87K level. So when it comes to that, really bullish on Bitcoin, and we'll go through the data as well now. So first of all, for open interest, obviously open interest has gone up quite a bit. And I've already told you guys, look, once Bitcoin goes to new highs, and especially all-time highs, we can expect open interest to actually make new highs. That's perfectly normal. But what we definitely want to see is a divergence, which we're actually seeing. So as you guys can see, when we were at like the 96K region, we were hovering around the 29.6 billion range. So what I would like to see is, once we get to the 96K area, for our open interest to actually be lower than what we were back then. This just shows really there's less leverage in the markets. But obviously not all leverage is the same. I'll be showing you guys just now actually about the long to short ratio. So as you guys can see, for every time we've had like a major leg up, generally there's a lot of shorts pile in, and that generally just means the shorts are getting liquidated and people are bearish at the wrong points. And as you can see, I'll draw it up here. Generally, every time the shorts have really piled in, so what the red indicates means it's actually majority of the leverage, which it shows here, 52.5% is actually short in the market and 47% is long in the market. Generally, you want a 50-50 ratio. That means a balanced market. But as you can see here, we're actually triggering the short ratio, which means a lot, like the majority are short. And if we look at past history for this bull cycle, pretty much every time this has occurred, it has meant a leg up is imminent. And when I mean by imminent, it's probably like a month or so from now, as well as here. So I go back to 2024. That was during the next leg up phase for the next accumulation range at the 80K region. So Generally, what this means is a lot of shorts are getting liquidated. There's people still bearish and they don't trust the pump and they are completely fading the pump, which is totally fine. That means they're adding fuel to the fire for this pump. And I do expect May will probably be the time for all-time highs to be breached. Reason being is every time once this has triggered, we generally probably have like a month of really like just upwards accumulation and then break out to the upside violently. So as you can see, upwards accumulation and then violent upside. So just based on it alone, if we do expect the same thing for Bitcoin, we can probably expect a upwards vertical accumulation. So probably like somewhere like this where we go around up here and then break out. So obviously I think that's a bit off, but I do expect May to have a higher low, probably a bit more consolidation once we hit like the 95k area, because in my opinion we probably don't break through 95k on the first go. It is a major resistance point, but obviously I would be open to Bitcoin breaking out above that. But I guess when it comes to buying Bitcoin, do be careful because there is major resistance area from here. But when it comes to risk to reward, really, it's looking very good. As you can already see, there's a lot of shorts piling in. The funding rate is very negative, and it just means all the bears are either offside or adding shorts, which is just more fuel to the fire for Bitcoin's leg up. Same with total coin market cap. We actually printed a new higher high for the total coin market cap, and we're comfortably breaching out of the wedge. Very bullish. All we do really now is just more time and wait for the charts to develop, but it's looking very good. For liquidations, we had $530 million to get that got liquidated. It's been a while since liquidations have been this massive for the shorts, which is good to see. Finally, the bears are actually getting punished, and I do expect more bears to get punished in the following months. The liquidation heat level. So as you can see, we had a lot of liquidations at the 89k region. When it comes to lower time frames, there isn't really like much liquidations getting built up. There is a bit of 83k, but I do suspect we probably don't dip that low for the imminent like short term. We might dip that low during May, but let's see how price action develops and go from there. Next up is tweets. So first tweet is by Ungovernable, and this tweet also just gives confluence on why I think we probably have some major resistance here. As you can see, every time, not every time, but like the previous time we've actually hit the moving average, as you can see here, we've had some turbulence. So the first time we hit it on our first breakout, we actually went down and then started grinding up on it and then breaking out. This is the first time we've retested in a long while since 110k. So I do expect maybe some turbulence. We might reject and go down to like the 87, maybe the 82k region, depending how harsh this dump is, and then break out from there. But my base case would probably be something like this, where we just go sideways for a bit, maybe dip down to the 87k region, and then break out from there. So looking quite good, but we can expect a rejection off here. If we like slice right through, I'll probably tell you guys, look, the next leg up is coming right now, but that isn't confirmed yet. We're just going to have to wait. And what I really would like to see is that weekly close above 92k. That would be really strong for Bitcoin. But either way, like even if we close above 82k, that's perfectly fine. And it's looking very good for Bitcoin. And the bears are starting to really lose hope. And it really just shows to me there is a lot of seller exhaustion. And the sentiment has reset enough where it's looking like it's very healthy for Bitcoin to actually go a leg up from here, because so many people in this region just completely lost hope. They were shorting the markets, they sold the bottom, and now we're actually having our first impulse up. What we'd like to see is a nice sharp retest to get those bears like talking loud on crypto Twitter once again and shorting the lows once again, and then break out. So looking really good. When it comes to next tweet, so by Astronomer trend line looking really good here. So we finally had another retest, and you guys already seen this chart prior, but it's looking like it's going like pretty much as perfectly as what Astronomer predicted. No, we should not have like no new lows until the next bear market. This should be for continuation. So as you guys can see, we've retested it multiple times. And as long as we hold above this trend line, it's looking very bullish for the markets. And as long as we hold really like the 82k region, like I've already told you guys, it's looking like we're going to have some nice continuation. Next tweet is by Superbro. As you can see from Super Bitcoin Bro, Bitcoin's heavily negative funding indicates shorts are piling onto its rising prices. And this goes back to what I was saying before, where shorts don't believe the pump, they're completely fading it. And this is really good because this just means more short squeezes to come. It has not been negative since March 2023, when it just kept on ripping right through the previous highs. So as you can see, pretty much every time it's gone negative, that means a massive bottoming formation is completing, and we're in for another leg up. So we just had that now. Let's see where it goes from here, but it's looking quite good for Bitcoin. Next tweet also from him as well. So this is the move we saw when funding went heavily negative in March. So as you can see, heavy negative funding, which means more shorts are piling back in 2023 of March, and then we just had a huge monster run up. So I would not be surprised if this keeps playing out and shorts just keep piling in. Yes, we're probably going to break 95k, but let's see how the charts develops and go from there. Before I continue on to the latter part of the video, I'm just going to play our sponsor, which is the Sigma trading bot. Be sure to click on the link in the description below. It is the fastest trading bot on base chain as well as other Ethereum chains. And yeah, I'll play the ad for you guys. If you guys sign up, I will be doing a giveaway. And it is the fastest trading bot. I personally use it, and I really recommend you guys to actually sign up and pretty much just start fiddling around with it before the next leg up, because you guys will definitely be in need of this, especially when degen season starts. So thank you for watching the video. I'll continue on the latter part of the video now. If you guys are looking for the fastest trading bot on base chain, EVM chains, as well as Solana support soon, click on the link in the description below. I'll be giving away $1,000 per month to those users that trade and fund their wallets on the Sigma trading bot. It also supports the channel, so it'll be really appreciated if you guys have a look at what the product is, because personally I've been using it because it replaces my DEX needs, and I've actually been using it since March 2024. And the main reasons why I've been using it is, first of all, it's got full mobile and desktop support, so it's on Telegram, it's a bot on Telegram, and because it's on Telegram, it's so much more convenient to make my trades when I'm out and about, as well as multiple features I've been using to make 10 to 100x multiples on new coin deployments. So one of the main features is the auto sniping tool. So what this does is, since Sigma Trading Bot is the fastest bot on base as well as other EVM chains, you're able to snipe new token deployments and be one of the first buyers to new token launches. I've also been using the copy trading tool, which allows me to copy trade profitable wallets and pretty much just copy exactly what they've been doing. But why you guys should be trusting it? Personally, I've been using it since 2024, like March of 2024, and it's got over $3 billion in total volume with integrations and partnerships with other top protocols like Virtuals, which is the #1 AI protocol on base chain. And like, since it's been around for so long and it's got so much volume, it's got a pretty good track record. It's never been hacked, and I've been using it on and off since the deployment, and I've been quite happy with the product. It's developed and evolved a lot over time, and the partnership, in my opinion, was sort of a no-brainer because I personally use it for my own trading needs. And with me partnering with them, I'm actually able to give out $250 to 5 winners every month. So it's sort of a no-brainer to use my link in the description and just to give it a go and give it a try, because I've been using it. I've been quite happy with the tool, and they're actually going to be releasing a new web app that sort of supplements the Telegram app. So obviously, depending on your preference, if you like a web app or a Telegram app, you can give it a go when that releases. And thank you for supporting the channel. We'll go to the next segment in the video. Next one, once again from Super Bitcoin Bro, is that wedge I've been showing you guys. So for the daily structure, we had our first higher high, and it's looking like it's about to reach the bull target, which the bull target was about 105k or so. Tons of room to lock in that higher low. So like I said, as long as we hold 82k, for me, that's technically a higher low, and then a new uptrend can be officially made, which is obviously the target of 100k. Once we get past 100k, it's pretty clear that we're probably going to break all-time highs. Next tweet by Governable. So I don't expect this range to break until the weekly MACD is crossing, which could be about a month from now. So as you guys can see, and this adds sort of more confidence why I think May is probably that charging up season, where the bottom is in, and we're just getting ready for the next leg up. As you guys can see, it's looking like the MACD still isn't ready for a massive leg up, and it's still at least a few weeks away. So that sort of gives confidence to think that maybe May is the time where we retrace a bit, go sideways, let the MACD reset, and then we can get a crossover and then go on an explosive leg up to the upside during May. Next tweet's about Ethereum. So Decojar, he had this Elliott wave theory count for Ethereum, and as you can see, it's up 30% from the low. It was a nice ABC correction, and now we're getting ready to make new highs around the 8 to 10k region, which would be absolutely massive for base native tokens. And if this Elliott wave count is true, we can expect tokens like TOSHI, Alien Base, and other base native tokens to pretty much like at least at the very minimum 5x from here, probably 10 to 20x. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, so be sure about that. Don't follow me to the T. And I just make this content for just pretty much relaying what I'm thinking and what I think about the charts. But Decojar, Elliott wave theory, Ethereum count is looking very good. I think invalidations definitely if we get below the 1.3k area. Currently, right now, we're sitting at the 1.7, and what we would like to see is a break above the 2100 region and then make our way there. And that goes through my next tweet. So for my next tweet, this is about the Ethereum to Bitcoin pair ratio. I want to like really cover you guys as well, because when it comes to this, like people are super bearish on Ethereum, and if you just purely look at the charts pretty much show we're in for a massive reversal for Ethereum. Reason being is parabolas don't just work to the upside, but they work to the downside. And as you can see, we're in a massive inverse parabola, and we're getting ready to break out. And to be honest, if I actually go to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart for trading view. All right, so I've inverted the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, which just makes it easier for you guys to really read. So obviously, parabolas generally they have like 3 to 4 waves of ascension. And if I drew up this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, we'd probably just get just that. So we've got our first wave of ascension, second, and then now the third, and then now the fourth. So this could potentially be the fourth. So as you can see, we're getting ready to break down. And once we get our first breakdown, similar to what gold is about to do, I really expect that Ethereum to Bitcoin is going to massively pump to the upside. And of course, this is the inverse chart, so it will probably crash to the downside and then make our way to the next levels of ascension. So I guess just to relay to you guys and for you guys to better understand, the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is in a massive parabola. And like always, parabolas don't last forever, and they always generally just crash to the downside. And I do expect the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart to do just that. It's looking like it's actually set up to do that. Obviously, I'm not calling it's going to do it right now. It could still go up from here and then dump later on. But nonetheless, when it comes to risk to reward, Ethereum is looking really good, and I do expect a massive breakout for Ethereum as well as other tokens like TOSHI, etc. Once Ethereum really starts getting moving, like all the base native tokens are going to absolutely pump. So be sure to watch my videos in the future. I will be doing a base native starter pack video this week. So be sure to ring the bell and like and subscribe. But when it comes to that, really, that's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want me to cover any specific niches, coins, etc. But yeah, that's all to the video, guys. See ya. Peace.